Hey guys, Mingum with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the last gun out of this wave, so you guys will know that once I get to this video, I'm going to be starting another batch afterwards. So just take a look on the right side of the screen. All of those are the videos that I've been recording and have recorded for this batch worth of things. So after all of those have been uploaded and this video, we'll be moving on to the next batch of video recordings and the next batch of weapons. And the next batch of weapons will, of course, include these two models that you see here. Anywho, we're going to be taking a look at another H&K weapon. We're going to be taking a look at the H&K MP5 again. Hi, Kenya. How are you doing? Anywho, the H&K MP5 has been something that I've built before, except I didn't quite build it this way. There's Kenyana on my phone. Hold on, I gotta answer this. Anywho, we're going to be taking a look at the H&K MP5 SwordFish edition. Now then, technically, the only change that the SwordFish adds on to the MP5 is the rail system that you see here. The entire top rail system here, and then the entire front end is what makes the SwordFish the SwordFish. The stock is a standard MP5 stock, and the lower and upper receiver are standard MP5 lower and upper receivers, except you have to remove the MP5's handguard and attach this section of rail and handguard on yourself. So this is a really cool model. I love the way that this one looks. I stuck with that white camouflage that we saw from the H&K G3A4 Mark II, and I went ahead and made a few different changes, and this is what came out of it. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at it inside of LVD. So here it is. Really cool model. Love the way that this turned out. Love the way it looks. I love the way it feels, things like that. But here's the stock. You guys have always seen the stock before. This is my standard MP5 style stock. Basically, it's got the sling mount on the inside. It's got the rounded butt pad on the back. It's got the screw details. I want to say the only difference is that this one actually has like this slope coming up into the upper receiver here, and things like that. So yeah. Our lower receiver has been changed just a little bit. Like there was a few changes. I dropped the back PCU that had the screw in it because the reference image that I was going off of for the SwordFish didn't have that. So I dropped that. I changed up the design of the fire selector, safe, semi-auto, full auto. It's on both sides. Right now it's on safety because safety. We have, of course, our trigger down here and our magazine release, which works with our curved magazine. This is the first curved magazine I've done on my MP5 models. We have the secondary magazine release, but this version doesn't work. I really don't understand how they did this. HK models, their newer MP5s actually have two different magazine releases. And basically how one works is your paddle magazine release moves this one out. And then this one, when you push this one, moves your paddle release out. It's really weird working, or it's weird and complicated. I just don't understand it at all. I really don't. Up here we have our upper receiver. We have these slits, of course, for the stock that would slide in here if you were using the collapsing stock version. We have our shell ejection port up here. And then we have the spots where the tactical rail mounts on, basically. I want to say that these four little areas here, and then down here and up here is where the entire SwordFish handguard design is clipped on, basically. So it's kind of weird. We have, of course, our charging handle on this side, which has the little recessed locking area right up here, so that it can lock into place. Our 3-stud wide magazine, or 3-stud wide upper receiver rail here, side rails and bottom rail, as you can see. And then, of course, I have a little opening for the bullet. You can see the barrel on the inside here, just like barely exposed all the way through. And then there's like little holes on this model for some reason on the reference picture that I was going off of and whatnot. So it was kind of weird. So I kept with that as much as possible. And yeah, I'm not even going to try to explain the different stud links. This part up here is 4. This part's 3. This part down here is 3, but then there's these side panels on it, so it changes up all the different stud links. And then this part back here is like 4, and then it kind of comes out to 6, and then there's all 3 down here, and there's like 2s and stuff in the middle, and it's really weird and whatnot, so I'm not even going to try to explain it, but that is the H&K MP5 Swordfish. This is a really cool model. I love the way that the Swordfish looks, and if I had a primary MP5 that I ran in Airsoft, the Swordfish is definitely something that I would be running on it. Unfortunately, every Airsoft website that I check out, it's always sold out. Like, they get a batch and then it's gone, or it's discontinued, or all this other things. It's so hard to find, and I'm so sad. To my knowledge, swordfishes are not used by any organization like the Marine Corps or the Navy SEALs or anything like that. Any branch of the military does not use the swordfish. I've been told that the swordfish is used by a country, like a country's military somewhere else, and that it's in a video game or things like that, but I've never personally seen that, and the swordfish is kind of only an airsoft thing, but when I get into gun manufacturing, which is the job that I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and design my own swordfish, basically, around an MP5 that I have. So that will be done eventually. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. This was the H&K MP5 Swordfish version 1. And if you guys want to check out this model and ones similar to it, don't be afraid to check out my website at bluejesusmaster.weebly.com. Unfortunately, I do not update it, so this model will not be on that website. However, I'm working on making a new website that uses entirely rendered photos so that all the weapons and whatnot look so much better than what they do now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe, and all of that jazz. Once more, I'll see you guys later.